As Michael's nurse and I go about caring for him, Michael lets us know in his own way whether or not our efforts are supporting his development. Though everything we do is medically necessary, if we deliver his care in a way that feels traumatic to him, we're less likely to achieve the best outcome for him in the next 15 minutes or in the next 15 years. If he startles, furrows his little brow, or moves his arms or legs erratically, he's telling us that what we're doing is causing his system stress and we should take a break. When we're mindful of protecting his brain as we care for him, no bright lights, no fast moves, no loud voices, we make even innately taxing procedures less painful, less stressful, and better supported. Michael doesn't have the physical energy or ability to demonstrate how he's feeling in no uncertain terms. So if I am to succeed in providing him with the best care and the best chance in life, it's up to me to be present, to notice. When his care is complete, I reposition and support Michael's body with a soft nest of boundaries to improve his comfort and development. I keep my hands on him until his cues and vital signs indicate he's stable and falling back to sleep. I've learned that the more intentional and responsible I can be when I'm with my tiny patients, and the more careful I am with my energy and attitude in their presence, the greater and more positive my impact. Realizing our potential. Imagine if we all put that much attention, centered energy, and care into our daily lives. You and I, of course, are not as sensitive as a premature baby. Our neural wiring has long been established, though it remains malleable. The odd bright light, abrupt noise, or someone else's bad mood is not going to throw off our circuitry and disturb the trajectory of our lives, or so we like to think. Most of us have been conditioned to not pay much attention to the mere moments of our days. We're told to keep our eye on the prize, on the future, on the next goal just beyond the horizon. We measure our lives by the outcomes we achieve. College degree, check. Professional career, check. Spouse, check. Children, check. A house in the suburbs with a great school system, check, check. We learn early on that this is how we create a rich and vibrant life. And yet, by the time we've collected most of these check marks, many of us don't feel all that vibrant. We might even feel like roadkill. For me, that lack of vibrancy started with a feeling of numbness. I wasn't numb in the way you feel after sitting on the couch binge watching TV all weekend. I was numb in the way you'd feel if you rode a roller coaster 50 times in a row, until you no longer felt that flip in your stomach as you tipped over the peak of the first giant hill, or the way your thighs lift off the seat through the corkscrew turns. My senses had been dulled by the speed of life, even while I worked with the most sensitive humans on the planet. My numbness began to turn into what I now call a restlessness, though I wouldn't have been aware enough to come up with that label at the time. Internally, it presented more like irritation, frustration, or a need for distraction. I was quick to blame something outside myself, and I believed I had little choice in how my life was unfolding. I wasn't conscious of my numbness because I was not yet in the habit of observing myself. Reflexively, I would seek out suspense novels or unflinching true stories, or I'd indulge in trips and activities that forced me to stop and feel something. But when the book or adventure was over, so was the feeling. Then I'd passively slip back into the blur. During one such lull, I picked up a random book, which led me in a roundabout way to sign up for a women's retreat of all things. This was totally out of character for me. That retreat led me to a business coach, which had been nowhere near my radar. More details on that in coming chapters. From there, in a strange series of events, I found myself, baby step by baby step, becoming ever so slightly more proactive than reactive in my life. I opened up to things like energy and mindfulness. I read books on topics like resilience, courage, and intention. As these experiences unfolded and integrated, I found myself observing my life in much the same way I learned to observe babies in the NICU.